Hey everyone, welcome to the Trippi Coaching Podcast. I'm here with Tommy Else, and today's episode is all about your questions. We've got a great lineup of topics you've asked about, and we're excited to dive in. So let's get into it.
The Trippi Coaching Podcast is sponsored by Hairborn Salon. This week we're talking about the matriarch of Hairborn, Maria, known to most as Mama Ragona. Maria has over 40 years' experience in the beauty industry. She began her career assisting in a small Chicago salon after immigrating to the United States from Italy at the age of 14. She is most passionate about LCA Wigs, her company within Hairborn, to help clients find wigs for any budget. Her sweet demeanor and caring heart will make you feel at ease in the wig selection process. Maria inspires the Hairborn team by serving each client as if they were family. She has said that her greatest joy in the hair industry is having the opportunity to influence someone's life positively. Maria is a firm believer that a good haircut can be your best accessory, and she wants to help you see the beauty that she sees in the world through her craft. Visit hairbornsalon.com today to book your appointment, and be sure to tell them that the Trippi Coaching Podcast sent you to receive 10% off your service.
What's up, Tommy?
Andrea, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm excellent. It is time once again for our Q&A episode.
I love these episodes. Want to take our first question here?
Yes, please.
All right. So the first question is, how much protein should I have for weight loss?
So I was asked this, and a lot of what you'll read, and this is true, is that you're generally looking to get between 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. However, if you're a heavier person and you're trying to lose weight, so let's say that you're maybe 250, 300 pounds, 300 grams of protein is ridiculous, and that's not what you need. What I tell people is think about what's your goal weight, your ideal goal weight that you really would like to get down to, and let's say that it's 200. Then 200 grams of protein is what you should be shooting for, because that's how much protein that amount of muscle will need. Another thing is that let's say if you were to try to cram 300 grams of protein in a day, a lot of those would be meals where you're having more than, say, 40 grams of protein in a spot, and your body's not meant to process that much protein. You could give yourself 100 grams of protein in one sitting if you really wanted, I suppose. But number one, your body's not going to absorb nearly even close to all of that. It's going to maybe, if you're lucky, take in between that 30 and 40 grams of it. And then the other part of it is that it's very, very hard on your kidneys to put that much protein through at once, which is why it's also important to drink lots of water throughout the day if you are on a high protein diet. So generally speaking, I say a pound or a gram a pound towards whatever your goal weight is.
I absolutely agree with that. And, you want to keep the protein nice and clean, too. You don't want to have a big fatty steak and say, well, I'm having protein. You're also having a lot of fat with that, too. That's not easy to digest. It does get spilled over into the liver and stored as fat. Mm-hmm. So keep your protein nice and clean. It's okay to supplement with some type of a protein shake to get those extra.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But just, there's a reason why like a serving size is 20 grams of protein.
Right.
And there's a reason why if you went to any gym, you wouldn't see a bottle of protein that was the highest I've ever seen was 50 grams.
Yeah.
And even that's too much.
You want to at least get 20 grams in every meal, at least.
Right.
With your protein intake. Okay, next question is, how long do I rest in between sets? So we're assuming that they're lifting weights on this point.
Right. This, again, it depends on what your goal is. So if you are going for size and strength, you're looking at typically about 2 minutes between sets. Someone like a power lifter could take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes between sets, because of how much energy they're putting out. Now, most of our audience don't really fall into those categories. Most of our audience are looking to lose weight, tone up, and so a good pace to keep in that would just be your standard 1 minute, in between sets. Maybe do 10 reps, take a minute,
Right.
10 reps, take a minute. It's okay to listen to your body too. Now, I mean, like, I've got a stopwatch on me in my sets all the time. Number one, because sometimes you think you're ready for that next set after 30 seconds, and your body still needs that other 30 seconds. Right. And then you'll jump into it too soon, and then you're not going to perform as well as you can. On the other hand, it's real easy for your mind to wander, and then 3 minutes go by, and now you've taken a longer rest than you should. Mm-hmm. So the stopwatch is important. However, if you're coming up on, like, let's say you're doing 5 sets of something, and you're on like your 4th or 5th set, and you feel like you just need an extra 30 seconds before you jump back in, then it's okay to take it, but it's just otherwise try to keep that pace of that 1 minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I do a lot of high intensity interval training workouts. So we call those HIIT workouts.
Yes.
But I'm not losing weight. Help. Okay. So I'm going to take this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I know who asked this. I want you to look at your life holistically. If you're in a high stress environment, whether it be at home, at work, you got a lot on your plate spinning, head spinning, you don't want to supplement a workout with a high intensity, stressful type of workout. It's just going to stress and tax your body a lot more. What I recommend to this person is, as your life is stressful, balance it with something that is not stressful, something like yoga, walking for a longer period of time, nothing that puts too much stress or tax on your body. You will notice that your body will relax and release the weight. I had a client who has lost 30 pounds, and we started her. She went from high intensity interval training to walking, and it really, really helped her knees, her shoulders, mm-hmm. her hips. Her body released, and she was able to lose the weight without pain too.
Yeah.
So another way to get a higher cardio benefit is you can do your weights in a high intensity interval training format. So I do this a lot because I'm always on a weight loss journey. So I'll do a set of back and go right into a set of chest. So I'll superset. Mm-hmm. And then I'll take my minute rest. And when I do that, I'm sweating, my heart rate comes up. So you can still get that high intensity interval training through your weights. You don't have to be jumping and running and, skipping rope constantly. I probably should explain what high intensity interval training is to those that don't know it. So it's a form of exercise that involves short bursts of intense activity alternated with periods of less intense activity. So, you work really hard and then you rest, or a complete rest, right? So you'll have there's an app out there called Tabata. That's a 20-second, 10-second. 20 seconds you work really hard, 10 seconds you stop.
Right.
HIIT training is good when you don't have a lot of time. So if you have a 20-minute segment for the treadmill and you want to get the most out of it, do a HIIT workout. Mm-hmm. Get up there, get 2 minutes of really working hard, 30-second rest, or you can do whatever you want. It
could be 10 minutes, it could be 15, but you'll get more out of that 10 to 15 minutes doing HIIT than you would if you just kept a steady pace at 10 minutes.
Right. But if you have an hour, go for that steady pace. That HIIT might be too tough on you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Last question is, how do I get rid of this? And they're actually pointing to their stomach. So this is basically a question on spot reduction.
Yeah. So this is called spot reduction, and it does not exist. What it means is being able to point to a certain area of your body and you're going to just take the fat off of there. And so you see the commercials with like all the different ab machines and stuff that are going to give you 6-pack abs and stuff. You could work your abs every day, all day long, and that's not going to make your abs show. It'll make them strong. And underneath the layer of fat, they're there. Everybody has abs. They're there. But and likewise, if you were to train your legs constantly, your legs would get strong. But you're not burning fat from just your legs. Your body takes fat off relatively evenly. There are some places that it hangs on to a little longer than others. Men tend to carry it more in their stomachs, and women tend to carry it more below the waist. And And so for them, those are kind of the last places to go. But there's no way to target a specific area and just take fat off of that area. And imagine for a second if you could, and how awkward people would look if they were able to just get a rock hard 6-pack, but then the rest of them is still under fat.
Right. Right.
And that would imply that you had the power to decide where your fat energy is distributed in your body. And that is a power I don't think that we're quite ready to.
Not yet.
We're not responsible enough to have that. So the answer is it's just something that you can't do. The best thing you can do is what we preach all the time. It's just good. It's good diet. It's regular exercise, and your body will take the fat off where it's going to take it off. Everybody's body is different. Some people it comes off very, very evenly, and some people it comes off in areas, but it will inevitably all catch up.
And if you are looking for any personalized help with, fat loss, muscle building, all of them, any healthy habits, please reach out on the Trippi Coaching Podcast page. Tommy and I would be happy to help you personalize a workout routine and an eating plan that is perfect for just your lifestyles.
With that, as always, I, of course, have been who else but Tommy else.
And I am Andrea Trippi. And until the next time, here's to a healthier, more confident you.
The Trippi Coaching Podcast is produced and mixed by me. Who else but Tommy else? Theme song provided by Professor Click. Be sure to check him out at ProfessorClick.com. All one word, KLIQ.com. The content provided in the Trippi Coaching Podcast is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional, medical, health, wellness advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Be sure to like, rate, and review the show, and you may hear your review read on a future episode. And follow the Trippi Coaching Podcast on Facebook for exclusive content.